Kate Middleton burst into tears as Prince William breaks silence, revealing why he just hired his late mother Princess Diana's divorce lawyer. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Mark Twain never met the British royal family, but if he had, he might have been stunned by the eerie déjà vu unraveling behind the palace gates. When news broke that Prince William, future King of England, had quietly hired his late mother Princess Diana's divorce lawyer, the air went out of the room. Not just any lawyer, the same legal powerhouse that helped Diana during one of the most iconic and emotionally wrenching royal divorces in modern history. The implications? Jaw-dropping. The timing? Chilling. The emotion? Overwhelming. And Catherine, Princess of Wales, better known to the world as Kate Middleton, she reportedly burst into tears when the news reached her.
But why?
What happened behind closed palace doors?
Why now?
What's going on with Will and Kate, the golden couple of a modern monarchy? Well, let's talk about it. The divorce whisper returns. Why this lawyer means so much. It's not just that Prince William hired a lawyer. It's who he hired that sent shockwaves through the palace halls and down the spines of royal watchers. Fiona Shackleton. Yes, the same Fiona Shackleton who represented Princess Diana during her harrowing split from then Prince Charles. The same fierce, composed, battle-hardened legal mind who took on the House of Windsor and lived to tell the tale. When Prince William picked her, he wasn't just making a legal move, he was sending a message. And not just to Kate, but to the entire royal establishment. Think about it. Why go nuclear unless you're expecting war? Is Prince William preparing for divorce? Rumors are swirling. The press is salivating. And the public? Confused, heartbroken, and desperately trying to connect the dots. But before we go there, let's rewind, because the seeds of this shocking decision didn't sprout overnight. Once upon a royal love story. We all remember it, right? The love story of William and Kate was fairy tale stuff. College sweethearts. A prince in love with a commoner. That unforgettable engagement photo. The wedding watched by billions. The balcony kiss that launched 1,000 headlines. But fairy tales have chapters. And this one? We may have reached the stormy middle. Behind the royal waves and ribbon cuttings, insiders say the couple has been struggling. Years of pressure. Constant scrutiny. The burden of tradition. And now rumors of betrayal, burnout, and distance. Some even whisper that Kate, who once looked like the perfect queen-in-waiting, has grown increasingly withdrawn, isolated by palace politics and overwhelmed by expectations. And Prince William? He's been under pressure too. The future of the monarchy. The drama with Prince Harry. The media. The secrets. The shadows. Could it be too much? Could love simply not be enough? Kate's breaking point. When tears spoke louder than words. According to palace sources, and let's be honest, there's always that one butler who talks. Kate was blindsided by William's decision to hire Diana's lawyer. Imagine that moment. You're sitting in the palace library, flipping through briefing documents, and someone whispers, "He's hired Fiona Shackleton." Suddenly, you're not just the Duchess of Cambridge. You're a woman watching your marriage unravel in real time. Reports say Kate broke down in tears, overwhelmed not just by the legal implications, but by the painful, symbolic nature of the move. Diana's lawyer? The woman who helped sever her from the crown? That's not just a lawyer. That's a line in the sand. But here's the real question. Was this really about divorce? Or something deeper? Why would William hire a divorce lawyer if he's not getting a divorce? Now, hold up. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Because in royal circles, hiring a divorce lawyer doesn't always mean the D word is imminent. Sometimes it means you're protecting yourself, drawing boundaries, sending signals. Could William be preparing for a legal showdown with someone else? A press outlet? A palace advisor? Even Harry or Meghan? Possible, but not likely. Because you don't call in Fiona Shackleton unless your marriage is on the table. Still, insiders insist there may be another angle. William, haunted by his mother's past, is determined not to repeat history. And part of that, perhaps, means putting protections in place before disaster strikes. So is this preparation? Or an ultimatum? Either way, it's sending Kate Middleton into a tailspin. Kate Middleton's quiet struggles, the pressure to be perfect. Let's be real, being a royal looks glamorous, but it's brutal. Kate has spent nearly 2 decades perfecting the art of being composed, elegant, and endlessly diplomatic. But lately, her smiles have looked tighter. Her eyes, wearier. Sources say Kate has been under immense pressure, juggling royal duties, motherhood, and the heavy expectation of becoming queen. Add in William's alleged distance, and it paints a lonely picture. Remember that solo appearance she made earlier this year, looking thinner and more fragile than ever? It wasn't just about fashion. Something was off. And now, with William's legal move, she's facing not just public scrutiny, but personal heartbreak. So what's really going on? The rumors you're too polite to say out loud, but we'll say them. Okay, deep breath. Let's talk about the elephant in the palace. Cheating rumors. Yep, they're back. And they've got teeth. The whispers about Rose Hanbury, Marchioness of Cholmondeley, and her suspiciously close friendship with William never fully died. And now, they're resurfacing with new fire. While nothing has been confirmed, and we're not here to make baseless accusations, the timing of William's legal consultation has reignited suspicion. Why now? What changed? Did something resurface? Did Kate find something? Did William admit something? We don't know. But we do know this. Something inside Kensington Palace has fractured. And it's bleeding into public view. The shadow of Diana, how the past still haunts the present. Let's not underestimate the psychological toll of being Princess Diana's son. William watched his parents' marriage implode under media pressure, infidelity, and internal betrayal. He watched his mother suffer. Then he watched the world grieve her loss. So maybe this move isn't just about Kate. Maybe it's about Diana. Maybe William is trying to make sure he doesn't become his father. That he doesn't let history repeat itself. That if his marriage is breaking, he handles it differently. Cleaner. Smarter. More respectfully. Hiring Diana's lawyer could be his way of rewriting the royal divorce playbook. And that's both poetic and tragic. What this means for the monarchy and why we should care. If this marriage unravels, what happens to the royal family? Will and Kate have been the crown's PR dream. The calm after the storm of Charles and Diana. The stability after Harry and Meghan's very public exit. If they split, it's a monarchy crisis. Public confidence would shatter. Media chaos would erupt. And the entire narrative of a modern, healthy monarchy would crumble. This isn't just gossip. It's a royal reckoning. And at the center of it all, 2 human beings who are hurting. So, are they getting divorced or not? We don't have a signed document. Not yet. But here's what we do have. William hiring a top-tier divorce lawyer. Kate bursting into tears. Insiders confirming months of strain. Press speculation going into overdrive. That's not a good mix. But royal watchers say there's still hope. That this may be a desperate attempt to save the marriage. A warning shot, not a declaration. Sometimes, the threat of losing something is what finally makes you fight to keep it. So maybe, just maybe, there's still a chapter to be written. The real takeaway, and what it means for you. You might not be royal. You might not have lawyers on speed dial or tabloids stalking your every move. But if there's one thing this story teaches us, it's this. Relationships are hard. Even when you're living in a palace. Communication matters. Boundaries matter. Protecting yourself doesn't always mean you've given up. It means you're learning. So take this royal drama as a reminder. To have the hard conversation. To ask the real questions. To fight for what matters. Or walk away with your dignity. Because sometimes even queens cry. And even kings need counsel. What happens next? A royal cliffhanger. So now that we've peeled back the layers, poked into the whispers, and examined the heartache behind the crown, where do we go from here? That's the billion-pound question. Insiders are tight-lipped, Kensington Palace remains on lockdown, and the official press statements are colder than the Buckingham Palace gates in February. But people close to the royal circle, those anonymous aides, ex-staffers, and distant cousins with a penchant for spilling tea, say we should expect one of 3 outcomes in the coming weeks. The royal reset. William and Kate publicly deny divorce rumors, possibly even doing a rare joint appearance to shut down speculation. It's a move straight out of the royal PR playbook. Fake it till you make it? Perhaps. But it would buy them time to repair things privately. The conscious uncoupling approach. In a modern-day twist, they could announce a trial separation or time apart while keeping things respectful and media-controlled. Think Gwyneth Paltrow meets King George VI. Full-blown scandal. The worst-case scenario. The divorce goes public. Legal proceedings begin. And the royal family is once again thrown into global chaos. Media frenzy. Leaked documents. He said, she said, headlines. Sound familiar? Which of these scenarios will actually play out? Only time will tell, but if history is any guide, the palace rarely leaks unless there's a storm coming. The kids caught in the middle: George, Charlotte, and Louis. Now let's not forget the smallest royals. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis. They're the real victims of any family fallout. And unlike their parents, they didn't sign up for this. Insiders say both William and Kate are fiercely protective of their children. They've worked hard to give them a sense of normalcy, even if they live in castles and are third in line to the throne. But if a divorce is looming, custody arrangements could become another royal chess match. Would Kate move out of Adelaide Cottage? Would William stay in Windsor or shift toward London? Would there be a quiet arrangement behind closed doors or a more public restructuring? The palace will likely go to great lengths to shield the children from the spotlight, but let's be honest, nothing stays secret forever in royal land. And the press? They're already circling. Is Kate Middleton going to pull a Meghan? This is the question nobody wants to say out loud, but we'll go there. If this marriage really is unraveling, will Kate Middleton stay silent and take the stiff upper lip approach, or will she pull a full Meghan Markle and tell her side of the story? We've already seen that the royal family doesn't take kindly to rogue narratives. And yet, Meghan's decision to speak out on Oprah, while polarizing, shook the world. Could Kate follow suit? Honestly, we wouldn't blame her. She's been the picture of composure for years. But inside, who knows what's boiling? A quiet, graceful